In this video, we're talking about my 5 favorite things about Port Orchard, Washington, and we're going to get that going right now. What's up, everybody? It's Cassandra Lopez with the Living in Bremerton channel. If you're new to the channel, you're going to want to go ahead and subscribe. This channel is all about living in Bremerton. So whether you are new to Bremerton for the first time, or you've been here a while, you just want to know more, be sure to subscribe and tap that little bell so you're notified every time I drop a new video. And you can call me directly. This is my cell phone and my email. Be sure to call, text, or email if there's anything I can do to support your relocation to Bremerton, Washington. All right, my 5 favorite things about Port Orchard in no particular order. The first one, though, is probably high up on the list. It is the Shipyard Views. Maybe that doesn't sound so romantic to a lot of you, but you know, knowing my history, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I'm a US Navy veteran and I spent my entire career in Bremerton. So it has a special meaning for me. And when you're in Port Orchard, and you're at the waterfront, you're at Annapolis where the foot ferry is, or they have this little lookout platform you can walk up with little telescopes and things. You have an unobstructed 360-degree view of Sinclair Inlet, Puget Sound Naval Shipyard. There's the Minette Bridge. You can see Minette. You can see the Olympic Mountains behind that. It is just phenomenal. And on a clear day, with the snow-capped mountain, like, you just can't beat it, you guys. It's so gorgeous. And even though I've lived here for 23 years, I still stop and take pictures like a tourist because it is so pretty. Okay, my second on the list for awesome things about Port Orchard, Washington are the parking lot events. Now, it's specifically one parking lot. It's not just any random parking lot. So there's a parking lot on the waterfront. So if you're in downtown Port Orchard, it is going to be on the water side. And so that is where Kitsap Transit picks up people. That's where the Annapolis ferry is. So this is the foot ferry from downtown Port Orchard over to the ferry terminal 5 minutes across the water in Bremerton. So if you live in Port Orchard but work in Bremerton, specifically downtown Bremerton within walking distance of the ferry, it's a really great option. You just walk right across. It's perfect. It's where all the boat marinas are. There's a ton of boat marinas down there. And there's actually the Port of Bremerton in Port Orchard. So like, maybe that's a little confusing. It just is what it is. So anyway, there's this giant parking lot that connects all of that. There's a Kitsap Regional Library down there. There's cafes, there's antiques, restaurants, that sort of thing. So this parking lot, though, they close it off during different days of the week and times of the week for certain things. Like in the summertime, there's this really awesome car show. They have farmers markets on Saturdays. They have seasonal events during the winter time. So it's really a versatile place that everybody knows where it is. It's easy access to get there, and it's big enough that it can accommodate these large events and big crowds of people at the same time. So it's just fun to be had for all. Okay, number 3 favorite thing on my list, and I actually just touched on this in the previous one, which was proximity to the ferry. So living in Port Orchard, you actually have unique access to get around by water. So there's the Annapolis Foot Ferry, which takes you from Port Orchard to Bremerton. The dock that it drops you off at in Bremerton is right next door to the State Ferry. So if you wanted to catch the ferry to downtown Seattle, you just hop the 5-minute foot ferry to Bremerton and then just get on the State Ferry and go to Seattle. You also have proximity to the Southworth Ferry. So the Southworth Ferry is a little bit east and a little bit south of downtown Port Orchard where this foot ferry is. So it's a drive. It's about a 15-20 minute drive. And that ferry takes you to Vashon and West Seattle. So if you had business in West Seattle, say you needed to go to Todd Shipyard or something like that, that would be a good opportunity there. The Annapolis Foot Ferry in the downtown portion is part of Kitsap Transit. So if you took that ferry to Bremerton, and there's a Kitsap Transit bus terminal there, so you could hop on a bus. So if you needed to be bused somewhere else in Bremerton, that's super easy access. You can also catch the Kitsap Transit Fast Ferry, which also goes to Seattle. That's kind of in parallel to the State Ferry. It's a supplemental way to get there. 2 different municipalities run those. The State Ferry is an hour long and takes cars, and the Kitsap Transit is a foot ferry only. and takes about 25-30 minutes. Okay, now it's time for a plug for my local favorite. So number 4 on the list is Carter's Chocolatier. Carter's is a coffee shop and chocolate shop that is in downtown Port Orchard. They have a fabulous patio in the back, so there's dining inside if you wanted to do that. They actually also have a little like walled off room for kids and books, and so you can like bring your kids and they can play in the little kids area while you enjoy your coffee. The back of the store leads out to the patio, which is not covered, but there's umbrellas at the tables, but you probably wouldn't want to go out there if it's not good weather anyway. They have tons of flowering plants out there, so spring and summertime is just really, really gorgeous, and you get to kind of watch the water and watch the ferries and kind of just really, really relax. The cool thing about Carter's is that everything they make there is made in-house. So they have sandwiches, they have cakes, cookies, truffles, any kind of chocolates. They actually have a really, really robust ice cream list. My favorite flavor is the orange ice cream with the chocolate chips in it, which might not sound like an awesome flavor combination. I was kind of questioning it at first as well, but total fan now that I've tried it. It's so, so good, you guys. So I know that there's only a few flavors available in the wintertime, but in the summertime, they have like 12 or 15 different flavors on there that they all make in-house. So once they're gone for the day, they're gone. So be sure to get there early. And number 5 on my favorite things about Port Orchard is the local restaurant Cosmos. So Cosmos is one of the best Italian restaurants slash delis in Kitsap County. It's super small, it's family owned, it's super homey, and it's got really, really authentic Italian food. They have a wonderful full lunch and full dinner menu. They also do offsite catering, which is a cool feature. If you just wanted to run into the deli and pick up some stuff to go, they have a really great selection of meats and cheeses and olives and all these things. Plus they have a whole wall displays of other local fare that is up there, like spices or oils or snacks or wines or whatever that they host in their deli store as well. So it's a pretty cool joint. It's right on the corner of Lund and Bethel. It's right behind the Staples. So if you are in town and looking for a good spot to have lunch, I would highly recommend. 5 stars, hands down. You guys, if you like that video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, tap that little bell so you're notified every time I drop a new video. Be sure to reach out to me if there's anything I can do to support you living in Bremerton or the surrounding areas, and be sure to share this video with a friend if you think they might benefit. Bye for now.